This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
I have tons of awesome videos already ready for you. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. Hey, welcome. Today is another HIIT workout, and I'm so excited that you're here. Today, we're going to do endurance intervals. So it's still high intensity interval training, but our intervals are going to be 45 seconds long and our rest portions are going to be 15 seconds long. As you know, this is yoga meets HIIT, so we are going to warm up with some yoga moves. So let's start at the top of the mat. Come on up, feet hips width distance. Take a deep breath in, reach up, gaze up. Good, and then soft knees, fold, and it's gonna be really important that you get some of the wiggles out and some of the stickiness and tightness out in this first forward fold. So if you need to nod your head a little bit or bend your knees more, do so. As we go through this high intensity interval workout, remember that intensity is totally and 100% subjective to you. So take this at your own level. But I do encourage you to push yourself because that's the point today. Take your hands to your shins, lengthen your chest forward, flatten out your back. Exhale, high plank. Let's take it all the way down to the belly to start. A little cobra, lift the chest. Good, exhale back to downward facing dog, lift up and back and pedal out your legs. Yoga moves, these yoga stretches are warming up the body, but also getting you nice and limber. And then mixing them with those high intensity functional movements, you're going to feel so strong by the end of this workout. Good. On your inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift the chest, big breath. Fold, bow, relax your brain. Stand up, reach to your highest. Forward fold all the way back down. Halfway lift, heart forward. Chaturanga Dandasana, that halfway down. Upward facing dog, strong in your feet, strong in your hands. Downward facing dog, lift from your hips. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. I encourage you to use open mouth exhales as much as you need today so that you release heat as necessary. Let's take one more sun A to continue our warm up. Look forward, step to the top of your mat, halfway lift your chest, forward fold and bow. Stand all the way up, reach to the ceiling, forward fold all the way back down. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, hinge forward and lower halfway. Upward facing dog, pull your ribcage forward, lift. Downward facing dog, hips up high. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Take a breath in, breath out. Look forward, step or lightly hop to the top. Halfway lift your chest, forward fold and bow. Stand up, then reach your hands to your heart. We're coming into our very first interval. We'll alternate our chair squats with some plank holds. Take a breath in, sit low, reach your arms up, and let's begin. We're 45 seconds on. Exhale as you come up, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, come on up. Good. If at any time you need to take the arm motion out of it, you're welcome to just keep your hands at your heart. The most important thing is that you keep moving. Your feet are hips width distance. As you go down, your knees track in line with your hips. Sit your hips way back as you lower. So these are endurance intervals. We're going for a little bit longer than we typically do in our HIIT workout. So I want you to be really mindful of your breathing. Make sure that it's in and out and it's consistent. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down to a plank and then lower your knees. And this is where we'll rest for 15 seconds before we move into our 45-second plank hold. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back to high plank and hold. Strong in your legs, press into the ground, broaden your collarbones. This is great for your core, helps you build a strong spine, and it keeps all of that heat that you built in your chair squats. Total body move here. Breathe. Really, really nice. If you need something to do just to keep yourself occupied, you're welcome to rock a little bit on your toes. That's going to challenge your shoulders more though. So be with yourself. Take the modifications that you need. If you need to come down to your knees, that's fine. You're almost there. Stay with your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Step up, come to standing, take your hands to your heart and just step side to side. We got 15 seconds before we go back into our chair squats. Enough time to get a couple deep breaths. Great, and then here we go. Arms up, sit back, and take off. 45 seconds on. Hips go way back. Squeeze your glutes at the top. And then this swinging arm motion just increases the intensity. If at any point you need to remove it, that's totally fine. I know I can feel my heart rate getting up there. My breath has definitely intensified. My muscles need oxygen, and that's the whole point. That's where we get that afterburn effect. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Touch the floor, step back, and lower down to your knees. Stay in tabletop so that your head's in line with your heart. You don't want to lower your head. This little 15-second break is just not long enough. Here we go. Step back to plank pose. But that's part of the reason that high-intensity interval training works. It's not quite long enough to fully recover. So you come into what's called an oxygen deficit. And it doesn't mean that you're not breathing. You're definitely breathing. But your body is then indebted to itself, basically. And so you continue to burn at a higher level, trying to replace all of that after the exercise. Getting hard to talk and do this move at the same time. Belly in, strong legs, you're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good grief. Come on up. Step side to side. So that first set is done. My body's warm. I'm starting to feel some sweat. This is good news. Let's take one Sun A to just bring it back out, just sort of wring out the body a little bit. Forward fold on your exhale, drop your head, halfway lift. Chaturanga, if your shoulders say no thank you, you can always skip it. Upward facing dog, long in the chest. Downward facing dog. And you breathe. Open mouth. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Last time. Let it go. Great job. Look to your hands. Step to the top of the mat. Come on up to standing. So for this next one, we're going to do some squat kicks. You're going to squat down and kick up. We're going to alternate them with jumping jacks. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Here we go. Squat back, standing kick. Back, standing kick. If you want to incorporate the arms, you're welcome to swing them just like you did in the chair squats. I like to look at one point on the wall in front of me and try to hit that point every single time with my foot. Good. Belly is engaged. So much work in here. Great for your legs, great for your booty, great for your core. You're more than 30 seconds into this one. The heat is on, I know it. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step side to side. Let your heart rate come down. 15 seconds. We got jumping jacks coming up, old school style. So if jumping is tough on your knees, you're welcome to just step out, and that's totally fine. Here we go. Out and in. I used to lead some boot camps outside, and I had this woman who would do her jumping jacks in circles because she said it would distract her. So she would just go round and round in a circle. Maybe it worked because she did a lot of jumping jacks. So you do what you need to get through this 45 seconds. Just keep moving. And again, if you want to just step out side to side and keep the arms, that's totally fine. Almost there. Heart rate is up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step side to side. 15 seconds. Our squat kicks are coming back up. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's go, yogis. Sit low, kick it high. Try to hit that same exact spot. Whoop, got a little tipsy there, and that's the whole point, right? So you're mindful. If you spin yourself out a little bit, you slow it down, and then you come back stronger. Yes. Good work. Stay with it. You're doing great. Anytime you need to take out the arms, go for it. It's totally fine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man. 15 seconds to take some deep breath. Feels really good. 45 seconds of jumping jacks. Let's do it together. Great for the outer hips, great for the inner thighs. These are stabilizing muscles. You want them strong for running, for walking, for everything. Plus, jumping jacks are kind of fun. Remind me of old school gym class. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds, yogis, you got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Step side to side. Take some deep breaths. Start to make your way back up to the top of your mat. Good. Step up, reach up. Exhale and fold, bow. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, you can always skip it. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. 3 strong breaths. Great, drop down to your knees. Great, so for this next interval, we're going to alternate side plank crunches with up, up, down, down from plank. And I'm gonna give you lots of modifications so that you feel strong, but you also feel really good in your body as well. All right, so to set up for the side plank crunches, right hand down, right knee down, lift your left leg and bend your knee. Take your top hand behind your head. Fill your lungs, and let's begin. Hug it in, crunch. Lengthen and crunch. So if your head's feeling fine, I want you to reach the arm out and then crunch. Out, crunch. And think about pulling in right in front of your belly button. If at any point your neck needs support, bring your hand back to your head. Otherwise, really go for it. Hug in. Yes. Now, if you can add some speed without ruining your alignment, do that. Go to a high level of intensity for you. That's the entire point. You're working with your best effort. You've got 10 seconds. You've got this. Really nice. Keep breathing. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Come back and sit on your heels. Head stays above your heart so you don't get lightheaded. We're going to go into our up, up, down, downs. We start them from plank, but if you need to take them from tabletop, that is A-okay. Here we go. Come down to your elbows and press back up to plank. Down to your elbows, up to plank. Again, if you want to do these from your knees, that's fine. Tremendous benefit for your core, stabilizing your spine, and you're also working your shoulders. So we got a lot going on here. Stay with your breath. Try to alternate which elbow goes down first and keep your hips as stable as they can go. You got 10 seconds. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to your knees. We're going to switch to the other side to set up for those side plank crunches. So again, you're going to lift your top leg, but bend your knee. Reach the top arm out or cradle the back of your head. Fill your lungs and let's go. 45 seconds. Hug it in. So a lot of times we try to crunch above our hip. It's not going to feel very good for your back. Draw the knee in towards the belly button. I like to imagine I'm grabbing a rope over my head and pulling the rope down to my knee. Squeeze. Hug. Nice work. I like these even more than I liked bicycle crunches because you get this added challenge of stability. 10 seconds. Hug. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Come to sit back on your heels. Take some deep breath. Got 15 seconds. One more set of up, up, down, down. And I know you can do it. Stay really strong. Let's come to set up. If you're taking it from plank, tuck your toes, lift your knees. Let's begin. Down, down, up, up. So this is not so much about speed as moving the entire time. If at any point you need to drop down to your knees, do so. Try to alternate which elbow goes down first. And you might forget, that's fine. You just reset. Definitely feel the challenge in my body. Definitely feel this in my shoulders. But it's a good burn, right? So we're always looking for a little bit achy, but nothing sharp. Nothing shooting. Nothing pinched. 10 seconds. So good for your chest. So good for your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, heart up. Breathe. Those are tough. Stay with your breath. A couple more rounds. Heart up, head up. Good. Good. Hands down. Press to tabletop. And we're going to recline onto our back to get into a little extra core work before Shavasana. So let's come on down. Get yourself set up with your spine long, fingertips by your ears, and tabletop your shins. Hug the inner thighs together. And we're just going to continue the oblique work that we started in the side plank crunches with the bicycles that I mentioned. So you don't really have as much of the balance challenge here, so I want you to really, really focus on getting that squeeze up and over. Breath in, exhale, squeeze up and over, extend the opposite leg, center, and switch. If at any point extending the leg causes low back pain, keep your knees isolated in the center and just work the upper body. Good. Nice work. 4 more each side. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Great work. Feet down, head down for a moment. Relax your arms long, gaze up to the ceiling. I like to tuck my hands right underneath my sacrum for the next move. Tabletop your shins, flex your toes back to your knees, and then just tap the heels down, bring them up. If this is too much for your low back, then I want you to send the heels forward and then come back in. Down, back up. Belly button hugs to spine. We're working on spine stabilizing muscles here. Great work. Head does not need to be lifted, no need to strain your neck. Continue to corset the waist, tap the heels, come back up. A lot of times we put that hover action in, skip that. Just let the heels actually tap and pull back up. So think tap, pull, tap, pull. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, knees to chest. Hug them down and in, rock side to side. Last and final exercise of this class. Send your feet up, fingertips by your ears. I like to think about it like I'm putting earmuffs on. Lift your chest and then cross opposite hand to foot back to center, like you're climbing a rope. Reach for the rope. Now, for added challenge, extend your legs as much as you can and keep your shoulder blades lifted the entire time. You can also keep your hands up the entire time, but if that strains your neck, bring your fingertips back by your ears. Continue to go. Active legs, strong in your core. Reach, reach, reach. Yes. 4 on each side. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Feet down, head down, and just some gentle windshield-wiper twists. Side to side, slow and steady. Might feel your muscles twitching a little bit. It's totally fine. Come back into breath. Whenever I think about doing HIIT training, there's like 1 or 2 little negative thoughts ahead of time. I'm like, it's gonna be hard, or really? But then at the end, I'm so glad that I did it. I just feel so good in my body, and before you know it, it's over. So let's take a moment in Shavasana just to rest and enjoy. Let your body spread out, take up some space. HIIT makes me feel so empowered. Sometimes we get on these weight loss journeys or fitness journeys or yoga journeys, and we're really focused on the end. Maybe for the next few breaths, you just focus on right now, how warm your body feels, how great it is to do hard, intense movement and know that you're strong enough to take it on. Maybe just a moment of gratitude for being really mindful with yourself and modifying if you modified. That was probably a really great choice for you. Great, just 2 more breaths. Let's roll to the right side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for taking on this high energy workout. You are doing great on your journey, and I'm so excited to be right there with you. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, namaste. Today's bonus video is all about busting up some breakfast myths. We all know, or at least we've heard, that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But it's been a while since we've really shaken up breakfast. And in fact, there's a lot of breakfast sort of hangovers and habits that really we could erase and bring in something new and something fresh. So let's start with the first thing. Is breakfast all of that important? Is it the most important meal of the day? And the answer is maybe and maybe not. Breakfast certainly isn't all that important if you're going to load it up with a lot of saturated fat and empty carbs. Then you're probably just going to feel sleepy again in about an hour. But breakfast could be super important if it's starting you off on the right foot and fueling you for the rest of the day so that you feel energized, awake, and focused. So, breakfast. Should you eat it as soon as you get up? Should you wait? Should you skip it altogether? Well, the idea that you need to eat breakfast right away isn't exactly true. In fact, there's a lot to be said about waiting until you actually feel hungry. If your body's not telling you that you're hungry, there's absolutely no reason to put more food in it. In fact, if you're not feeling the idea that you're hungry, you could still be processing food from the night before. And if you ate a very heavy dinner really close to bedtime, you probably still have food that your body needs to get through, and adding more food on top might not be the best thing. So when it comes to breakfast, wait until you're hungry, or maybe wait until after your morning workout. You could have a small snack just to get you through, or maybe your coffee, and then you can really enjoy your breakfast afterwards. Another thing that we need to sort of put to rest is that breakfast food has to look a certain way. We have this idea that breakfast foods are cereal and waffles and bacon and pancakes. Well, maybe, but they don't have to be. In fact, you can eat whatever you want for breakfast. So why not fill your breakfast up with colorful, nutritious, healthy foods? A lot of the breakfast foods that we hear of are packed with simple carbs. Those wake us up for a short amount of time because we get a little sugar rush, but then we notice that we're hungry and we crash soon after. Even something like just grabbing an apple before you go doesn't really have enough power in it to keep you fueled until lunchtime. So I always like to ensure that if I'm going to eat breakfast, it's going to have some protein and some carbs in it so that I have the energy that I need, but I stay full long enough so that I can get all the way to lunch before I have to eat again. So things like healthy eggs, or I love this vegan protein powder when I'm in a pinch and I need to make a morning shake. If I'm not in a pinch, then I make something like an omelet that I load up with veggies and greens and it tastes delicious. But you don't even have to. Let's say you're not into eggs. You don't even have to satisfy yourself with traditional breakfast food. You can make a breakfast sandwich that has some healthy turkey or chicken, maybe some hummus, and you can also pile on lots of fresh veggies that way. So when it comes to breakfast food, it doesn't have to look a certain way. What's more important is how does it make you feel? And hopefully it makes you feel like you're energized, that you've just done something super duper healthy for your body, and it should taste good. And let's say that you really do want to have some of those comfort foods for breakfast. Then why not get a pancake mix that has ingredients, one, that you can read and understand, and two, something that you actually have to put a little love into. So for example, this is Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancake mix. I've had this before. It's delicious. So it's not that pancakes and waffles are necessarily bad for you. It's just we want to go back to that 80-20 rule. If we're going to have the treat for breakfast, why not wait until we can really enjoy it with our family on the weekend, or have a special breakfast that we can sit down and enjoy and eat slowly so that we feel satisfied, and so that when we are reaching for the treats for breakfast, we can truly enjoy them.
You can stream more full programs and classes right now on Amazon. Click the link below to find Julia Marie Yoga on Prime Video or on the Amazon Wellness Plus channel. Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.